Check, check, check. We're off to a good start. Jesus. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching in the world. It's a work from home day and time to take a break from lunch and get into the madness and the chaos. It is what it is. Thanks for joining an early no preview video. It has been absolute madness around the house. For those of you who haven't been following along, we unfortunately have had a bad string of luck. We had an unattended death upstairs, 3 to 6 weeks they think he passed, and so we're dealing with the consequences. Brandon, who else? Mike's here, Swirly, W&G, looks like Grim's here. Sandy's planning to join us, so it should be a good one. Yeah, unattended death upstairs, and it looks like we may potentially be displaced again. Second time in 3 years. We had a fire 2 years ago, June 22nd of 2022. We've now looking to potentially get back in March, and then this happens. Yeah, no, I'm going to make the Tuesday game, and going to do this. Why do you hear my voice on repeat? Because I've got it playing quietly in the background to make sure that the audio is working, and I can turn that off. Hopefully that fixes everything up there. My mic is being delivered, so we're still on the backup microphone, so that's going to catch up extra audio. But the kids are at preschool, and they'll come stumbling in at 1. But yeah, I had the fire 2 years ago, then had a scaffolding collapse when they rebuilt it, put a work stop order, then had that upstairs, and so we're in a temporary home and could be moving to another temporary home. I swear that isn't standard in Canada. I don't know anybody who's gone through this, and so we're dealing with the madness. Sandy, it is a pleasure to see you, and I know it's circumstances would rather have you in Harrogate. I want to tell you that you're one of my favorite people, and I mean that. You draw good people to you, and I guess the heartache that comes with that is sometimes happens to the good people that draw themselves to you, and I'm sure Dennis was a good one, and definitely thinking of him, thinking of you. Yeah, so I'm hoping amongst friends that you have an opportunity to chat, and it is a pleasure to have you. Yeah, they're estimating 3 to 6 weeks. That upstairs was it's a sort of a sad scenario. It was an elderly man who wasn't being appropriately taken care of in my eyes. We have a public guardian and trustee here that's supposed to help with adults as they get older in life. They have $795 million in their account to deal with it, and he just simply got sort of ignored, despite some problems that he had with mental illness, and unfortunately he passed. And yeah, we raised the alarm about 3.5 weeks ago that there was a smell, and it was just determined on Thursday, and now they're going to have to open up the ceiling and figure everything out. So yeah, fire, death, I mean, I guess it happens to some people. We're sort of unique and weird. Super chat 5 GBP. Did I get Stumpf? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Whenever anybody's willing to pitch in with the contributions and stuff like that, I don't ask for it. I don't expect it, but it's definitely welcome and appreciated. I have heard the call to get engraved beer steins or beer mugs. Trying to find something that's on a good price point, and that seems to be the problem. I guess at some point in time, depending on who we have in here, do you guys want the engraved ones, or do you want like the stamped ones? The engraved ones are more dishwasher safe but far more expensive, and the other ones are stamped ones. Or I guess I can get one of each maybe and see, but looking to price those out and see if people want them, because that was the call, was to put those out there as some potential merchandise. I'm just going to check and see if this works. So I'm going to hit Stumpf. Oh, that was you, Sandy. Crazy. I didn't expect that from you at all. Wow. So it looks like the chat's working, and we've got that up there. No preview video. Look, I'll just give you a quick rough and dirty. What I'm anticipating is weak to average in goal, really good in the back end, an average-ish midfield, maybe average to strong midfield, and then weak up front. And so generally that's what I'm anticipating. That's based on the stats, based on their accuracy. They're lowest in the league in accurate crosses, and middle of the table or middle to lower on accurate passes and accurate long balls. So I'm not expecting a lot of hoofball. I'm expecting it to be at their feet as they try to move forward. And other than that, I really don't know what to expect. As far as the table and W&G, what you're reporting on, it's going to be interesting for a Tuesday, because it looks like with the way that the schedule is lined up, that you've got Wimbledon and Gillingham playing together, so that's going to create a divide. And Stanley, and I believe it's Swindon. Is it Swindon or Crawley that they have? In any event, irrespective of what happens, if the top 6 teams end up winning, and it's Notts and Crawley, so it's got to be Swindon and Accrington. If the top teams are winning, we may end up getting further separation between those top 6 teams that are now sitting between 41 and 33 points. There's going to be more of a gap between 6 and 7, as those searching for playoff spots and out of the picture may end up struggling. Scotty from Michigan checking in. Appreciate having you here. I should be bringing up the shout out as to where people are at, and that didn't work. I tried to expand my thing to make sure that I could get all of the chats in, but it's going to be the short ones only that I'm going to be able to cover. So feel free to send in your questions, send in your chat. Next week, or sorry, Sunday, really cool news for Canadians anyway, is that the Sportsnet is covering it, and not just on their app. Sportsnet is covering the Wrexham Yeovil game on every single regional channel, as well as in 4K. And so part of me wants to set everything up so that I can watch it on 4K on the big screen TV in all of its glory. I don't know how I'm going to set that up and what it would look like and if I can do it, but that's kind of what I want to do. My wife will think I'm nuts moving everything around to be able to do it. Does Michigan have a football team? The Michigan University, who just beat Ohio in college with 101,000 people in it for a college football game, as well as the Detroit Lions in the NFL. But we don't care about the Lions. We do care about Michigan football, who play Iowa next week for the Big Ten championship game. Yeah, I think I have to. Like a 4K, Wrexham's never been in 4K in Canada since in the 2 years I've been a fan. And so, yeah, they do have the Detroit Lions, but let's be fair, Michigan's got more fans than the Detroit Lions does, and that's the University of Michigan. Oh, we're talking about football, MLS. Does Michigan have a team? I actually don't even think they do. I mean, I'm not the biggest MLS fan. That's a really good question. The Michigan Stars are in Detroit City MLS. All right. I guess that's really a thing. Are they really a thing? That tells you how much I follow MLS and that I don't really know. Detroit City FC. Oh, they're USL based. So lower tier, but yeah, no MLS club. Okay, good. Everybody else knows. Got the talk of January window already starting up and what all that means. Yeah, I've got all of the stuff. It's just if I put it on my laptop, I don't think I'm going to get it in all of its glory. So we won't be doing that. Harrogate's in Yorkshire, and so if I know Harrogate because I believe, and I could be wrong here, that my in-laws actually had their honeymoon near Harrogate. So that's the connection that I've got. Oh, Andrew says no. Am I wrong? Welcome, Alex. We've got 36 people already rolling into the chat here prior to the game. Maybe I should be doing this instead of the preview videos and just sit and chat and have a once-over. And so I'm curious what, Andrew, specifically, what your take is on the potential Swindon man, I believe it's Khan, coming over. I looked at his details. Saidu Khan, 350,000 quid potential transfer that's being reported. I don't get it, because if I was looking at positions that we needed to stack, it's not our midfield that we're looking to get. And I think that there's better players at 27 years old. You look at his background and his history and where he's moved up and his performance. I don't think his ceiling, just looking at his numbers, is as high as a 350,000 quid transfer. Parkey knows more than I do by far. But you just look at the stats and you question that. I think that I'll be completely honest. Let's get crazy here. There are midfielders in the MLS who are out of contract as of the end of December, who you can get for the January window. Some of them who have U.S. national team capacity, depending on how high you want to go. Some of them, there's a man out of Charlotte, Derek Jones, I believe is his name, who I think fits in. He's had a bit of a rougher year last year, but really held down Charlotte's midfield for the MLS last year. You've got younger guys than that if you want to go to 21 to 23-year-olds and bring them in. if we're going looking midfield, I'd rather go crazy and bring in somebody who's going to be a potential championship caliber player, not somebody who's really League Two, League One is their ceiling at 27 years of age. But I'll get it. You say a backup defender. I mean, to me, those are the positions that I'm looking at. Is I'd rather bring in somebody in for the back line, or somebody to potentially run with Mullen up front. I mean, depending on Fletcher's injury and what's going on with him. If you asked me 2 weeks ago, I probably would have said somebody on the wings, because when we don't have McLean and Mendy, it doesn't seem to be rolling as well as I'd thought. And thank you, Sandy, for correcting that I was right, that they're in that it's in Yorkshire. And so I'd rather have some, I would have said 2 weeks ago, add somebody for the wings, but I don't think that I'm necessarily there now. If you haven't been here before, we're waiting for the game to start. The commercials are running down below. The only way to watch it today, iFollow down below for the international streamers, and domestically, because it's not subject to the Article 48 block on the Saturday at 3 p.m. So you should be able to get it and pick it up wherever you are. And then we're waiting for Sunday. Sunday is going to be crazy because the women's game starts at, I believe, 6 a.m. my time, which is 2 p.m. for kickoff. And then you've got the men's game that follows an hour and 45 minutes in. So what I think I'm planning is I'm just going to do change the graphic for the link for the men's game and back it up. Start and just watch the women's. I'm with you, W&G. Article 48 has no business. That's a summertime video. I'm going to bring in the research, but that's for later. But I think for the Sunday, we're going to start at 6 a.m., watch the women for as long as we can. No preview video. We'll just chat, enjoy the women's game. That one will be free on iFollow, as all the women's matches are. And then from there, we'll transition into, it's one of the cup competitions. I don't know if it's the FAW Cup or otherwise, but anyways. We'll watch that until it's time for the Oval match to start, and then we'll jump over and get into that, and I'm going to see if I can move my stuff around to be able to watch it on all of its glory. So it could be a little bit scrambly, but let's get into it. The hunt for 1,000 subscribers continues. As you can see from down below, I'm 34 away, so if you're watching and you want to take part in the chat, you have to watch. The reason we do that is because we sometimes get people from the other clubs who jump in, and by putting that on, it's an additional filter for making people wait before they join. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and get there. Andrew, I looked into the work permit issues, and the thing is, for those people who have national club aspirations and they've played high quality minutes, they can get enough points. And so for those with the MLS that have been starters, I think they have enough to satisfy. I should go through the numbers at some point. I am aware of it. No Mark Griffiths today. If you missed the tweet, he's not able to get there in time, so there is an away broadcast if you want to get to it. I'm just going to take the regular feed that's sitting there and running. So, but yeah, that W&G is absolutely and certainly a hot button for discussion. The other thing that I'd like to get, and I always ask it, or I've asked it a couple of times, and I'd let you guys see is, what about splitting up more of the time away from the Saturday 3 o'clock start? I know for those in England and Wales that there's a tradition there, and there's it's part of what football is you play at 3 o'clock. But what if you took 1 or 2 games and you started them in the morning, and 1 and 2 games in the EFL under the lights, and spread it around? Because I would love to get to know the other teams by actually being able to watch them live. Not through a replay, not through otherwise. I mean, I'd wake up early or stay up late and catch another game, and you get to see the players firsthand. Right now it's very limited as for when those opportunities exist. Yeah, I don't think that we'll get a wing back either. 2 weeks ago, I maybe would have looked one because we had Barnett, Ford, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, no Mark today for the announcer. We're dealing with the regular run. So, Phil, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Just looking at the lineup, and obviously I don't know the other players. With our lineup, sort of standard, I mean, really what we've settled into is we have 2 midfield positions absolutely set. I can't see any circumstance where Lee, other than suspension or injury or otherwise, where Lee or Evans are not in the 2. So then the question becomes, who slides in there? Davis, Cannon, Jones, whoever, pop somebody in there, and they seem to be able to run and do their thing. So I expect good things. It's if anything, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, just because Harrogate doesn't score, lowest scoring team in League Two, but they don't allow a lot of goals either. So I think it's probably going to be us with a lot of pressure, and we'll see how things go. I'm just going to check my scoreboard and make sure that everything's working and running. It tends to time out as well, so I'll probably have to refresh it closer to the game. And I'll hit the refresh button. Hopefully the latency isn't too bad. You know what? I just want to talk about that comment, Lee. You're absolutely right how awesome he was on Saturday. And considering, as I understand it, he played on the right side when he was younger. But then he's moved over to the left pretty much throughout most of his professional career and is now going back. That goal that he scored, arguably, I think it was it Rob Ryan Red said potential goal of the year? And it may be. That goal that he scored on Saturday, where he came across left, had the defender falling over and desperation tackle, and then beat a second guy and roofed it. It was a sign to me that he's getting comfortable on the right side, and if he's able not just to open up down the line and towards the goal line to get crosses in, but also the added risk of running along the top of goal, similar to what Lee's done twice now, coming on from the right side, the left side, and coming to his right. That's a weapon, and that's great. So yeah, it was impressively, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Andrew, it frustrates me as an international guy. I think you're right that it'll never happen. But I can dream all the same, can't I? It's what I want. I want to be able to watch some more games and load it up. I'm sure my wife would be happy if I sat and did this for Wrexham matches and then sat quietly and tuned into other ones as we went at it. Holy, 100 chats already, 53 people into the stream. It could be a good one today. And so just waiting for the players to come out. Obviously, lots of time left. I guess not. 11:45 kickoff, so 6 minutes to go. Smash the like button because that gets the algorithm out there. If you want to hit the share button and throw it out on Twitter or Facebook or wherever you're watching, bring people in. I consider this a fun way to do things. And the number one thing I'm enjoying is just the nature of the community, getting to know the inside jokes and the comedy and the humor that's going around. We already know John's here to defend the referees and Mr. Howard. We know that the flop counter's always in good stead. Speaking of which, going to grab a piece of paper. The one thing I want to do is to try to keep a better track of moments besides goals in the chat when there's good comments and all that sort of stuff. We did have the comment of the week, and maybe I end up cutting that out and posting it and just doing a little bit of marketing to try and get ourselves out there as we approach 1,000. Yes, he is free of the suspension, Andrew. We're past the 19th game. I wasn't certain if it was inclusive of 19 or otherwise, but he doesn't have to worry about picking one up. The counter is now 10 yellow cards before the next break to be able to get things, which reminds me, I probably should look at how we're doing for overall yellow cards. Just going to bring up the Fought Mob details so I can track everything as the mascots make their way out, and they're yellow and blue. There you go. Flop. No typos. It's not a flip flop. So we'll let Brendan take care of the flop meter. Which reminds, I should add that as a little thing on the side, maybe to one side or the other, and just have a flop meter. We can just do a tally, treat it like it's a phone-in show raising funds or something, where to see if you can, how high you can get. Week 17 should be international across the globe. Don't know quite what you mean there, Andrew. Is the week something different with... Oh, you mean the last week of the NFL? Yeah, John, I'm sorry. that you had to reach out for the kits. Yellow and black, Bumblebee-ish. And so no Luke Armstrong in the lineup. Callum getting around Streambot. Oh, if they're coming out already, you must be ahead of me. I'm gonna hit the refresh button early then, because I want to limit as much latency as I can get here, don't I? "20 hours of gridiron would be way too much for me right now." It's, I'll tell you what, highlight of the match to start is their mascot. I don't know his name, but whoever's in this alligator-looking thing with the Christmas tree logo, he's got some moves. I don't know. It works. I mean, geographically, we have a benefit in North America because all the games start at 7 p.m. on a weeknight or on a Saturday. There's some matinee games, but you can wake up on the weekends, matinees, but you can start watching at 4 o'clock Pacific and then go to 10, and just enjoy nonstop hockey if you want to on a Saturday. And it would be really nice to have a full soccer Saturday, as the TV show represents. I'm going to turn my volume down because I already see I'm hitting the yellow, and the last time I was screaming and yelling, I ended up blasting people in the ears out. So is it just me, or has the preparation for kickoff, this is 2 weeks in a row where it's been really late getting the players out there? I don't know if something's going on or what the deal is, but it has been slow. What kind of food is Harrogate? Well, the easy one's a Yorkshire pudding. I guess maybe that's Harrogate. They're only relevant once a year, twice a year. At least in Canada, around Christmas time, and so Harrogate, we only play them twice, so maybe it is a Yorkshire pudding. My North American sports teams, Vancouver Canucks in hockey, Minnesota Vikings in gridiron football, Toronto Raptors in the NBA, Toronto Blue Jays for baseball, I guess the Whitecaps if I follow the MLS, but I only go to one or two. Afternoon tea, there you go. And also something that you only have infrequently, right? Oh, the North American sports teams for Harrogate. Man, that's a good one. You're going to have to go into the heartland of North America. Maybe the Winnipeg Jets in hockey, kind of a smallerish team. Basketball, the Indiana Pacers. Like, to me, when I think of Yorkshire, I think heartland, I think middle of the country. Salt of the earth people. So that's what I'm going to go with. Andrew, yes, I'm hoping that is their highlight of the night, is the performance. So the players are finally getting out there. I'm going to have to recheck that I didn't time out on my... Yeah, I prefer the Heritage Classic because of the Canadian aspect of things rather than the Winter Classic for hockey. But putting two expansion teams into the Winter Classic, not a lot of history on that one. But I do like the Kraken's jersey for that, going with the old Seattle Metropolitans, the first American team to win the Stanley Cup in 1917, and they pulled that jersey out and added their S over top and modified it. It's pretty sexy. Dale, it's been a while, man. How have you been? Man, we're going to end up with a lot of regulars in. 68 people so far. Smash that like button if you haven't already to let the algorithm go out there and draw in other people, and hopefully we can watch that subscriber counter blast up so people can chat and get involved in this one as they're taking the photographs. Tozer stash on full display. I didn't look up the referee. Jed, very posh for Yorkshire. That's like, I don't even know what to say. When the bar's so low, I mean, when I think Yorkshire, that posh is never a word that comes into it. So when you say posh for Yorkshire, although, you know what, I do really enjoy Leeds. I really do enjoy York. And so there's good places in Yorkshire, and I can definitely... Man, they took no time to get lined up. So on your computer screen, if you're not watching, Harrogate going from left to right on your computer screen, Wrexham going from right to left as we're getting started here for kickoff. Waiting on the whistle. There we go. I am fired up and starting, and the clock is running. Not an obligation for me to give too much details, I think, on the call here, but I will add my stuff in case people don't want to hear the broadcasters and you've tuned them out. So, easy handle for Ogonquo to start. And Ollie Palmer missed over top. McLean picks it up on the left side, scooped it over offside, I think. Yep. Turn it around. See, I'm hurt as a Canucks fan. What are we at? Are we getting 45 years? 77? Yeah, it would be, or 70. No, it'd be more than that. 50 years? Whatever we're at. Vancouver hasn't had a Stanley Cup. We've only appeared 3 times in the finals. Lost each time. I just think it's a ripoff that an expansion club comes in and gets it, and we're still sitting here toiling. Hot and cold running water, but never combined. It's the double faucets that I don't understand in England. Why do you have to freeze your hands when you freeze your hand or scald your hand? Ollie Palmer, left side. A minute in, booted over the top, but that's going to go to the goalie, and away we go. Settle down. True story. True story, Sandy. And more heartbreak. They just always seem to fall out in the 11th hour when it becomes time to perform. Long ball down. Evans with a little back heel, but it lands on a Harrogate foot. They're setting up in the midfield, and away we go. That's true, John. First expansion teams? Were they part of the first? I don't think so. Oh, Tozer left it. Early shot. Ogonquo called on, but easily handled. Yeah, Sabres and were the expansion cousins, and they haven't won that year. Just sort of cursed. Ogonquo, long ball, nothing there, and Harrogate's going to be able to bat it forward. Lots of just no continued possession at the moment. So far, both clubs just sort of kicking it around, looking for long balls. Chest down into the box, looking for McLean, left side. Taking on his man for a cross. He's got it here. No. Well done by the defender because he got beat and was able to scramble back and get that one settled in. Kim with the Canucks trivia. No first overall pick ever, including the expansion draft for the Vancouver Canucks, ever in their history. Never picked number 1. Number 2, number 3 the same year, but never number 1. Thanks. Thanks, Mystery. I appreciate that. It means a lot. I've enjoyed the watch party, getting the ads, as we watched the replay on the kick there. Maybe would have liked him to come out a little bit more because there was no threat to the left, but never can complain when Ogonquo makes a save. Throw in from the left side by Harrogate to bring it in within their own half, looking to just lots of thumping the ball around right now. Settle it down. I know that both teams are a little bit low on the possession stats, but yikes. O'Connor, long ball. We're running a thread here. It's the same thing, and it wasn't what really worked for us. Our last match against Morecambe, things were strong because we were dealing with things ball at feet. So Here we go. A little bit more possession. Mendy on the right side. Let's get this moving. Into the back. Tozer, right side. Hayden up to Mendy. Is he? Yeah. Throw in. Yeah, slightly, at least with possession, but just not able to get things going in the final third. It's sort of hitch step, either they're long hoofing it in, or a couple of turnovers. But we're able to so far boss the midfield possession, and that's a good sign as far as dealing with threats. So Palmer, here we got Lee, opportunity right here, left foot, ooh, scramble defense, and we're gonna go for a corner. That's 2 scramble defenses that they've had to come up with to be able to rectify things. That was O'Connor on that one. He was able to McLean on the left side, the defender was able to get across, and there O'Connor. Lee had an opportunity to get through. But picking it up, 50% passing, I will always take that. Left-footed out swinger into the box. Over everybody, headed away, and Cannon's there to clean up on the right side. Back to Hayden, who in a familiar role with the header into the box into his center back position temporarily. Cleared out, and it's going to be a throw. Yes, Hannah, all teams in action, and should be an interesting one as far as the potential split. I would love to see some upsets at the top of the table, but I don't really anticipate it with the top 6 clubs. But teams 7 through 10, they're playing each other, and there's going to be some a further distance, a bigger gap that's going to happen on the table. I fully anticipate. 84 of you so far tuned in. Long throw from Harrogate into the right side, headed back in again. More Wrexham control. Just looking to try and get some finish and some touch. Here we go. Opportunity. Palmer taken down. Free kick from like a foot, 2 feet outside the box as the defender just blocked Palmer after he moved from left to right. Mullen back heel over to Palmer. Palmer tries to run around and he gets swiped out with the legs, goes to ground. Let's get that free kick in. Evans and Mullen standing over the box. It's going to be a large wall. Got to back that wall up somewhat. They're given lots of room. Mullen, Evans, O'Connor all standing next to the ball. Yeah, I do expect Stockport and Notts have a tougher schedule. From here in the next 3 games, I'm hoping that we're able to take a bunch of points away. You'd think we'd be able to get this. Oh, I missed. Who do we want to sign? I missed the name there, Andrew. As the kick comes in, Mullen takes it right-footed, punched away. Another follow-up. Oh, knocked away. Mullen again, blocked. 3 really good opportunities. Cross hits a butt. Mullen gets it, headed in. Oh, just there for the header, and Palmer got to it. It rolls over to the right. I don't know who had the second opportunity there. It was parried away. And was that Cannon? Yeah, it was Cannon who came in and hammered that one. Mullen punched away, goes to Cannon, he hammers it, scaled over to the right, blocked that one away. Mullen left footer to try and get it through, and it's blocked. And we got some action early on. That's better. Transition from dominant possession into opportunity. That's what I will take. I'm hoping that the weight just sort of overwhelms and breaks as we sit at 74% possession. Cannon gonna get a throw in here, I imagine. Oh, it stays in, and Harrogate knocks it out, so it'll be a throw in for us. Yeah, knock on wood with that one, Swirly, but I agree with you that they are winnable games for sure. Thank you, W&G, for the update. Go Forest Green, by the way. Cross into the box, collected. Searching. This feels like a Wrexham game. Just pressure on pressure on pressure as Harrogate comes on the counter-attack. Long hoofball down to the end. Able to keep it in? Yes. Up against the corner flag. Mendy kicks it out, and they'll go for a throw. Yeah, thanks, Hannah, for putting those ones out there. For me, I don't know what everybody else is looking at, but the Accrington Stanley Swindon game is interesting because of how close it is in the standings. Barrow, I think that's one that's manageable. Gillingham and AFC Wimbledon is the other one. That I think there's 8 and 9 on the table, so you're going to get that distance, or maybe 7-10, but you're going to get that distance just because there's at least one team that's going to be dropping points, if not both, on a draw. Turnover by Wrexham, well tackled by O'Connor on the ground, and Mullen all the way back to clear that, and going to go for a goal kick on the hustle. Mullen on the goal line, coming back to knock it back off the Harrogate player, and end up taking a goal kick. Love it. Well done. He gets a high five from Lee going forward. That's the stuff you need from your scoring superstar, all the way back at the goal line in defense. Love it. Super Paul Mullen. 5 shots. It's got to come, right? It's got to come. Crawley! Beautiful! Give it to him. Give it to him. Okonkwo here. Long ball. Palmer not able to advance it forward, but McLean gets it on the left-hand side. Is he able to beat the defender? This defender, I'm going to have to look up who he is lightning quick on that left side. Mendy, space, right side on the switch. Here we go. We've seen this before. Dragging it with the left foot. Does he cross? No, he plays it forward to Cannon and goes too far. What is happening out here? W&G, I love you today. Keep this up all day. Whew. Glorious stuff. If we're able to add 3 points and those scores are there, this is going to be awesome. Thanks, Des. I appreciate it. Keep the subscribers coming. Keep the likes going. So let people, the algorithm gods, know we're having a good time. And well defended by Hayden, as there was a player there open to his left. Still under pressure. Harrogate. Long ball in. Way too far. Deep into left field. Cleared the stand. Cleared everything. But he gives a thumbs up. Go Tranmere. Words you never thought you were going to say. Yeah, Barrow, is that not a funny team? I don't know what everybody else thinks. I just don't know if Barrow's got the ponies to stay in there, but they continue to win and continue to move forward as Ogonko lines up. We don't joke about things here, Kim, especially that, but man, I will, if that's a final result at the end, I would be blissfully happy. Hell, I'll take a draw. I just, giveaway by O'Connor, tried to get it back. Is it just me? Harrogate doesn't seem to have the composure with the ball, but man, are they freaking fast. Like, it's just a buzzsaw out there when they've got the ball. Jolie. Don't know who you are, Charlie, but I love you. Fingers crossed. It's not even squeaky bum time and we're already into it. Yeah, it should be an easier second half too. Yeah, you're right, because of the home and away, and I remember your comments on that. So advanced forward, got a little bit of a hitch step in my stream. Harrogate with the ball, controlling it in the defense. Morecambe. There we go. Midfield possession. That's the stuff I like to see. Hayden looking to move it forward. Let's put him under some more pressure here. Hannah with the updates and the scores. Adam Campbell scoring for Crawley Town. Only thing about it being as long as it is if I click it, Hannah, and with your last name, we almost can't even see it. But, yep, Sandy will take it. Scramble ball, just buzzsaw quickness. That's the problem, is we're going to have to push forward. Cannon, doing what he does, just bowling things through the midfield to Mendy on the right side. Mendy looking, got 3 defenders there. Got to do a switch here, certainly. Cannon looking for the switch. Nope, back to Mendy. Right side, dancing, cross in, headed away. Going for a corner. There we go. Taking a corner. Some of the stats, 79%. We're already up to 77 passes compared to 26. 5 shots on goal. And this being our second corner was 69%. 68% according to the broadcast. Sutton over Crew. What is happening? Oh, Crew 1-0 against Sutton. Oh, I've got it backwards. Sutton 1-0. I've got 2 different reports, so somebody's going to have to clarify that one. Corner meant nothing. Got a free kick. Mullins confused. Maybe the surpriser, Brendan. No flops on the flop counter to date. 15 minutes in and not a single flop. What's going on? Free kick, long, all the way down. Hayden controls. Evans pushes it forward. Palmer can't get the ball, and Harrogate collects in the back line. Call for a handball, not given, so we've got control of it. Mendy on the right side with some space. He's just going to run it forward as the defenders come out to challenge. Oh, maybe a little bit too heavy on that. Yeah. Two degrees over here. I never looked up what the weather was like in Harrogate today. Do we need an adjudicator? No bad calls by the ref. Let's knock on every piece of wood that's available to us. Good referee. Let's get some control. We've got that. I'd like to find an early goal. Is McLean's on the right side here, going to take a left footer as he smiles into the crowd. Something was said. Cheeky little grin. Here it comes into the box. Flat ball headed. Easily saved. I'll tell you what, looking at the stats, the goalkeeper only had like a 67.4% save percentage, which, average, maybe a little bit below average. But he's looked solid so far, as we've been testing early and often, but not able to find any glory. Sutton Crew is 0-0 according to BBC. All right, we'll take that. I mean, I would love to see a Sutton win there. But can you get too greedy? Is it possible? That works, Hannah. I'm 5 degrees in North Wales. And a damp cold. I guess that's similar to us here. I'm just glad I used to live in Saskatchewan and I was sick and tired of 40 below for 2 to 3 weeks every year. Why people live in a place where their face hurts when they go outside, I don't know. I'm cheering for Watford because I'm Canadian. I don't know if Coney's playing in that one, but I hope he is. Lee down the left side. Ball gets nicked. Defender falls, and Lee's saying, no, I didn't touch him. But he was close enough, and there was enough interplay. I think that was a fair call. I hope that Luke is not coming. I don't know if there's an obligation as the flies from upstairs start to populate. I'm hoping that Luke doesn't come. I don't know what other people's thoughts are. Flop. There's the flop meter, gets its first one. Brendan with the insight. If there's debate, Sandy will adjudicate, and Mendy has the ball on the right side at midfield as he's looking to bring it back and settle it down. I think we're good with W and G with the scores, guys. Because I'd like the chat to be about the game, too, and poutine and clamato juice and Yorkshire puddings. Man, Yorkshire pudding with gravy and cheese curds, like a Yorkshire poutine. Hmm. Hayden, nice little dance around to the defender there. Mullen all the way out at the midfield stripe just to make sure we maintain possession. Gets it to Mendy, and then they're starting to push forward just into the inner third here. Sandy, how was it? And did you have the right cheese curds? John says all three of those, yuck. A Caesar is heaven, I'm sorry. A Caesar with Clamato juice, and whether you do gin, vodka, tequila, it don't matter. Salted rim, Worcestershire, and if I got that right, Worcestershire, Worcester, however you want to pronounce it, and Tabasco, mwah, chef's kiss. O'Connor with it. Lee moving forward. We're progressing forward through headers all the way up to the midfield stripe. Now we've got it at our foot, as O'Cannon says, enough of this. Let's get it to Ogakwo and settle us down. No, W&G, ruining my flow. Tie game and knots. All right, we'll take that. You're in Worcester. Good effort. I'll take it. Are we getting a yellow here? I didn't get the full view of it because I was taking a look at the Notts County score. So here we go. O'Connor with it. Left foot, balls away, and then he gets bowled into on the left side. Vote? Is that a yellow? I don't think so. I think a free kick on that one. Did he get booked? He's getting talked to, and it looks like a card's in his hands. March is saying, I'm just blocking, and yeah, it looks like he's getting booked. He's getting written in, even though I didn't see the yellow come out, and I guess we'll take that. It was close. It was close to being a yellow in my book. Brendan says yellow. Oh, you know what? The other review, I'll take that back. That was yellow. He just stepped across, but that was... I thought that it was unplanned, unintended contact trying to block the ball, but that wasn't. When you see the other angle and how close he was to him when he slid over, you've got to give the yellow there. So, well done by the referee catching something that I didn't. John, I complimented a referee. Right, circle the calendar. Worcester. I thought that was the Yankee way of doing Worcester. Worcester. It's just been about 5-7 minutes of nothingness, hasn't it been? Six, 70% possession, 6 shots, 3 on target, nothing to look for it. Hoping we're able to get going here. Sandy, that's amazing. See, I want to go to Sainsbury and walk in with Clamato juice and be like, I'll just show you how to make a proper Caesar. Hell, I'll go out and get to the stand and get him to make a burger. Put the burger on the top instead of a pickle, and we'll just turn it into a meal. We'll call it the Sandy Special. Yeah, I don't know if it's picking it up. It's just we're struggling in the final third, not with just. I think their quickness is a challenge, and I don't know if we end up looking to do crosses and more through the air instead of the direct play through the foot. Sandy, you just got to tell me what's the garnish. Is it celery? Is it a pickle? Is it a asparagus? We'll make it up. Harrogate with possession, midfield, working it backwards, advancing it forward. March is up there, but not able to get it. Tozer knocks it out, and away we go. Pickle, done. And the nice thing about Sainsbury's is they've also got, it's unintended, but they've got salted rim. Oh, Harrogate coming in, cleared away. O'Connor over on the right side, able to punch that one away for a throw. They've got salted rim options that are really, really delicious. Like you can get dill flavored salted rims and all sorts of things. I don't know why we don't have that here. Is that for a corner? Corner off of Mendy on a deflection, so away they go. Harrogate starting to step up with a little bit of pressure. I don't like it. It's always one of those things when you don't get a goal early. I sort of anticipated this, to be fair. It seems that teams struggle getting one against Harrogate, and then they fill the net late in the game, which is why I called a 2-0 goal, 2-0 score. But I'm expecting the goals to come in late. Here comes a right footer from the left side. So in swinger from the left, short, and headed away, and it looks like they're going to go for another one. Is the second ball of the game clears the left field. Stan Hull dumping Rotherham. Whew. Well, because everybody else is losing. Oh, maybe that goal by Sutton will pull him back. In swinging corner. Oh, Ogonko with the flying punch out. Well done. Guts. Harrogate sniffing around as we're not coming out from the corner and trying to put pressure on. Right hand side. Moved over. Harrogate now. Sustained pressure for the first time all match. Moved into the box. Cannon able to get it away, but it's back on Harrogate. Another cross into the box. He's there. Ogonko runs out, collects it, gets wiped out a little bit by O'Connor coming through, but I think he's okay. Confidence. I will take it. Tobias, welcome. Oof, yeah, I had to do it because March was right there, and O'Connor had possession on him, but you never know, and Ogonko just comes out, collects it, and gets trampled lightly over by his own player, O'Connor, but I think he'll be okay. Still down is Ogonko. It could be a kick in the head. I thought it was through his back, but are you talking about March's right hook maybe clicked over top of him? Because it looked like he took most of the physical brunt into the back there. Oh yeah, knee or shin or whatever it was into the head. It looked to me like it was mostly friendly fire. From O'Connor, but yeah, it looks like there was a hit. Howdy Kaj, joining us from Twitch. We do stream Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. At some point in time, I may end up just making it exclusively YouTube, because that tends to be where everybody's joining from. But you'll have to let me know, make sure the restream is happening there. Hoping that Ogonko's okay, as everybody's still just chatting and looking around, taking their time when it's the goalkeeper. So live stream is only available on iFollow as far as I advertise. Down below, and I don't allow the links to go out either, just only because I read the terms of service, and with Wrexham shutting down vloggers and cracking down on things, I want to stay on side as much as possible. I do push the envelope a little tiny bit, but not enough for them to shut me down. So you know what? I didn't even notice that. W&G, how naive and foolish am I that they were wearing home reds for this one, because I imagine just the home jerseys that Harrogate has, there's going to be no confusion. It's been a while since we've seen the blacks, though. Tobias, a pleasure. Sweden is a new country. We haven't had anybody from Sweden yet, so I get to add that one to the list. Congratulations for being the first to join us from Sweden. 30 hours of snowfall and counting. See, I don't have time for that. That's why I left Saskatchewan. Ogonko's up. It looks to be like he's okay. Rubbing his hands together. He's still doing the old, I think. So we'll see how it happens and how it rolls. So the iFollow is down below. I'm going to change that to the country ticker to have the... Well, oh no, I didn't change it and update it. I'll maybe do that for during the half. We'll see. Whatever country you're from, feel free to send a comment out other than the obvious ones. Wales and England and the US, Canada, Australia. We've got lots of people from there. Just not connecting through the midfield, but Palmer all the way out of the midfield stripe to help with the possession. And here he goes up over into the corner, but it's going to go too far. Just not feeling it right now, and it's been probably about 10 minutes of ick. Just sort of ick. I don't have anybody from Venezuela. I think that's one that I'm still waiting on. I am still waiting on Venezuela, but I'm doing it from where people are viewing from. So if you get back, let me know. Yeah, so really, I looked at the terms of service, and it's fine as long as I don't do audio over top of the broadcast. So I'm not able to stream anything and cover it, but I can sit and chat with it, and what you guys decide to do with this is yours. You want to listen to me just talking about what I'm doing, watching a game, I see no issue with it. So, and Norway finishes everything off up in the Nordic countries, because we've had Finland before, so Sweden and Norway. Awesome. Adding to it. Midfield, long ball, just nothing again. All the way runs to the goalkeeper, and it's been a tale of two first halves in the first half. One with dominant control from us, and one with sort of a whole lot of nothing. Scoreboard still 0-0. And that's an ugly kick away that is going to fall short for us, but headed away, no control, and it's going to be a Harrogate throw. Dez, envious is what I am. Harrogate with it, pressure's on. Mullen's able to nick it. Do we get enough people forwards up? Mullen searching for help, able to get it back to Lee inside the penalty area. Looks to move to the right, move to the left. Flips it forward to Mullen, who knocks it down. Lee puts it forward. It's there! No! Palmer not able to get it, but we've got another chance, and it's going to be blocked and go for a corner. I like it. Let's get into this. Let's build that. I like the cheeky little flip from Lee over to the chest of Mullen. Mullen gets it, gives it back to him. He kicks it forward and well defended, because Palmer was right there. Oh, we're getting the rivalry. We've got all three Nordic countries, and going to start some problems. Left-footed outswinger, headed in. No, headed up over top. Hayden again there, flip. Oh, dangerous. Brilliant save. He was heading for that far post. It was one of those looping plays from the header, and he had to scramble to get over there, and I think it would have gone in. Might have been just off the post, but anyway, we're going to get a corner from the other side. Would it have gone in? Yeah, oh yeah, for sure it would have gone in. That's a great save by the goalkeeper. So going to be an in-swinger now from the right side as McLean signs up. Look for the middle. Look for the middle of the post. That's a good... Hayden gets up, but it's cleared away. Headed down. Evans, edge of the area, lets it go through his leg and plays it back for some more control. Mendy on the center of the pitch, looking to advance it forward. Long ball, climbed up over top. No call, counter-attack. 4 guys moving up on 3. 5 guys moving up on 6, getting back, looking for some shape, and a good job by Lee getting that one out. Throw in Harrogate. 30 yards out. Keep at it. The dam will break at some point, right? It has to. It has to. It just does. Lee with it. Ollie Palmer settling it down. Nobody really at forward, so he struggles to find somebody. He gets a turnover. Harrogate has it now. March on the left side gets it to Thompson, the captain. Flips over Evans there. They've got an opportunity. Deflects. It's there again. March centers it. Come on now. I don't like that pinball stuff, because you never know whose foot it's going to land on. Mullen, yeah, you got to call that a free kick. The defender actually gave that to us. I think he should have stayed away and let Mullen run with it a little bit, because he was the only guy up, and you would have been able to take advantage of him being by himself. But instead, he grabs him by the jersey and pulls him down, and you've got to give that a free kick. Yeah, it's too much contact is all that was. We got 109 of you sitting in here watching, enjoying. Like button's a good thing. Subscribe button's a good thing. Sharing if you're interested. Lee, up forward to Mullen. Oh, he's got an opportunity if he takes it. Oh, why didn't you have a crack? He had an opportunity there, didn't he? Big gap between the two defenders. Maybe didn't want to take it off of his right. I don't know. Advanced forward. Lee tries to take a stab, but it falls over and misplayed. And we're gonna get a throw in. Is the Bronx cheer? What's the Bronx cheer called in England, where somebody does something and you cheer them when they don't deserve it? You're cheering them for their bad play. The way. I'm okay with Mullen running at him. W&G with the bad news there on the 1-1 score. Oh, Palmer on a giveaway. Punches it out to McLean. McLean looking to get it in. He does. It's there. Lee! No, Cannon! Yeah! Andy Cannon. I just assumed it was Lee because Lee, that was a goal that Lee has scored 5-8 times this year, right at the center of the box where it comes forward, and that's where he's standing. Instead, it was Cannon. It was... What game was that? Against Swindon, the Chariots of Fire one where it's rolling out and you can see it skipping along goal. And Cannon was there just waiting for the ball to reach to him, and then right foot pumps it in. And we've got our first one. Count it up. Count it up. 9 shots on goal to get our first. Not the greatest for our conversion rate, but it doesn't matter. Just swarm them. Get in there. Let's go. Cannon. Not a lot of thump on it, but it's perfectly placed, like just inside the right post. So McLean across the box beats 2 defenders, rolls out right on the white line of the penalty area, right in the center, and Cannon's there waiting for it. Right footer over onto the right side of the net. Not a lot of pace, but just snuck in. And first goal of the campaign. You are exactly right, John. Thank you for identifying that. I called that out the last time, and that was his first of the campaign. Yeah, I thought he got that one on the own goal in the game against Morecambe. But he gets it now. Good stuff. Header over top. Harrogate now. A little bit more spunk. Jump in the step. Back to midfield. Over to the left side. They called it an own goal during the game. I don't know if they came back afterwards, but it looked like on the replay that it was an own goal too. So I'd be surprised if they gave it to him on a review. Lost the ball in the midfield, did McLean. And Harrogate coming forward. 3 players over to the right-hand side. Thompson, the captain, on the right side. Brings it back over to Ramsey. Ramsey up over. Hayden says, no thank you. I'll just clear that away and you can have yourselves a throw. Possession 60-40, accurate passes 76% to 65%, and total accurate passes 143 to 82. Thrown in, we're able to get the nick, but intercepted, and now Lee just brings it back and gives it to Connor to advance it forward. Still only Mullen up there, so we're going to have to take some time and some pressure as Harrogate gains control. Fold, Dooley, fold. Harrogate just advancing into the final third. They've drawn it all the way back now, and here we go. Mullen's got that pit bull mentality. I've said it before, but he's on the hunt right now. Hayden, well done. Intercepts the ball, knocks it down, plays the header, and gets it kicked out for a throw. Oh, and then runs into the edge. I hope he's okay. Anytime you see Hayden go down, it's like, no, Mr. Glass, don't shatter. Yeah, but he's okay. He's up. Long throw, long throw. Ogonko misses it. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Misses it, lands on a Harrogate defender. Ogonko's way over, and they tried to get the ball across, and Ogonko able to knock it down and save it, but from getting across the face of goal. Yikes. Scramble play on that one. And that came in from a throw. That was a hell of a toss. Yeah, I will take that 1-1 score for sure. Middle of the pitch, McLean left side into the into their final third. Lee looking to do a switch. Are they going to bring it back or revert it? Evan says, "I'll take a shot on the right hand side," and gets it over to Hayden. Hayden now looking. Cannon back to Hayden, now backed up to the midfield stripe. Evans now pumps it over to the right. Knocked it out, headed, will get a throw. That's in Tozer territory. Yeah, you're more scared when Tunnicliffe goes down. So is that who we're calling Mr. Glass? Is Tunny? Long throw from Tozer. Does a flex. The fake throw. Still waiting. He's getting chirped from the crowd. The lady holding the coffee. I want to be able to read her lips. Can't do it. Short throw. Oh, it bounces. It's there. Scores. Yes. That was ugly defense, and we'll take it 2-0 with Lee scoring. I think that's number 11. But McLean ended up keeping it alive, so it ended up being a throw, bounced short, bounced again. Lee sitting there, and everybody scrambled all over the place. And Lee, the little poacher that he is, runs in there and just says, I'll take another goal. I like padding the stats, and thanks for the freebie, guys. Too much pressure. Why did my score not go up? Why did my score not go up? There it is. Lee, loving it. It's a great day. 117 in the chat. Lee's score. Palmer was the one who headed it on. Mullen tried to get a right foot to it with like sort of an over-the-head kickoff to the right, and it falls down, and Lee just takes it from there. So give Mullen the assist, but that was really Palmer's hard work to force the header. Mullen to keep it alive. Lee to clean up the garbage. Not the prettiest goal, but they don't ask you how you scored them. They just ask you how much. Put it in the column for Lee. Where we go. The fans, I don't think that there's a lot of them in there. Did anybody get the away attendance here? And how many Wrexham fans are in? Ogonquo getting checked again, which is somewhat concerning, but they're on a water break, it looks like. No, it wouldn't have a water break. Is it just... I'm just nervous whenever you take a shot like that to the head. I'm hoping you're not concussed. But you trust that the physio guys are going to do their head checks. Make sure he's okay. Here's that long kick over top. Yeah, left knee right to the head. Yeah, and if he's hitting painkillers, I'm sorry. You're coming out. Like the concussive stuff. If you got a headache, you're taking a break. As much as I don't want to see Ogonquo injured, I also don't want to see the man suffering either. This is... Oh, I could have broke a tooth. That's possible, but I think you'd see... Well, I don't know. It's just the head thing, and he's constantly doing the stretch of the eyes to try and relieve pressure. But I would be okay with Howard in the second half. Well done by Cannon to get across and flick that one away. I'm thinking that it's going to be an Ogonquo and Howard combination clean sheet. How's that? I don't know. I'm not a physiotherapist. I'm not there. I'm not doing the assessment. It could just be, as Tobias says, his jaw. It could be Wrexham says it's his tooth. Get him in at the half. Figure it out. We'll see where it's at. 119 people in. Thanks for joining. Keep it coming. Header away by Harrogate over to the left-hand side as we're back in play. Should be a fair amount of extra time here because we've had Ogonquo down twice and the 2 goals. I'm thinking something along the 6-minute line. 6-minute amount, maybe 7. Evans plays it backwards. Lots of possession. Hayden gives it away. Nope. Heavy first touch. Advance forward. Lee's right there. He plays it over to McLean. He's in the edge of the area. Into the penalty box. Crosses. Too far. Is Mendy able to clean up the garbage on the right side? He is. And what's Mendy do now? Left foot cross in. And not really deep enough. Not really high enough. Yeah, it looked like shin or potentially knee to head. But not good in any event. So Evie, there was a cross that was coming in from the left-hand side and right side from Ogonko as he's facing it, and it was going right to March, and as a consequence, March and O'Connor were running together. Ogonko got hit by March, left knee, left shin to the head, and got cleaned out on the backside over his legs by O'Connor. And it looks as though he's struggling. Oh, right there, edge of the area, 8 scores. Bad defending. They punched that one in. Ogonko didn't even move. He was sort of just stuck there, frozen as it goes over to the right. Placed so neatly that I don't know if he could have got there. But that was Mendy just getting lazy. Mendy doesn't get out there. And I don't know if you can blame neither Hayden or Tozer were out. I don't know why they were so deep into the area. But Ogonko was still on the pitch, still in goal, and that one beat him. As I blame Hayden and or Tozer for... If Mendy's got the guy with the ball, I don't understand why the other ones aren't moving forward. So it is what it is. It's a 2-1 game. Give them a little bit of life before the half, and we're waiting to see how much extra time is going to be announced. We've turned around looking... Evans looking for one from far away. Still don't know how much extra time is up as we're at the 45th minute and 45 seconds in. But quick on the counter off after that one. Evans is disappointed in himself as he had a crack there from a distance. Yeah, that's a fair assessment of what happened. So why is Tozer so far back? So he's back, he looks over his left shoulder, he sees the players there, doesn't get out. Hayden doesn't get out, although he was looking to move up forward to assist Mendy. That's maybe the truth. I won't... My fault. I should know better. I like draws. Do you know what? I will take draws over 3-point matches, except for when teams that we're chasing. So everybody but Stockport can just draw. Give everybody 1 point. Yeah, Mendy, Hayden, and you have to say Tozer too, or because somebody had to come up. And if Hayden was going to go up and help Mendy, I can see the need for that. But then you've got to communicate that and move everybody forward. So. Yeah, I will take a Stockport Salford draw, and I believe that one's in Stockport, isn't it? Ooh, caught late for the second time. O'Connor, and who is this? This is Cornelius that does it. O'Connor clears. Oh. Stepped right down on his ankle coming down. Cornelius went down because after he stepped on his feet, he rolled over top. 6 minutes of extra time, by the way, so 3 minutes. That's got to be at least a yellow, maybe an orange. The announcer said, because it was a stamp, he came down and got him hard coming down. We've got the book out. Looks like it's just going to be a yellow. It was an orange. You could argue either way. Just looking at it, the ball's well away. Oof! Right foot onto the left foot. Just a stomp. No extra tolerance on another yellow. That's what you got to write into the book and memorize for yourself as far as Cornelius is concerned. Barca and Porto. That'd be a fun one to watch too. Not suggesting that anybody leave us. Bradford. What is Bradford? Are they a team that deserves better, or are they just teams that all they can do is take care of the teams below them? Swindon and Accrington 2-0, and that's interesting for the stats and for the table, right? Because that's going to increase that divide between the playoff teams and the non-playoff teams. You're going to have a whole bunch of teams searching down that 7th spot as it gets headed down and nobody up there for Wrexham, and it's going to come away. 1.5 minutes left in extra time. Long ball. Mendy's back there to head that away and pushed into the back, and he says, "Oh, I didn't do anything." Camden Falls feeling the pressure. Are we up to 15? Because that just all happened all of a sudden, because I was just looked to update. Oh, an orange card. An orange card, that colloquially is a card that is not a certain red, but certainly worse than a yellow. So you can argue that it's a red, but you accept it as a yellow. So I've picked that up from listening to other people talk about colloquialisms in football, because I certainly didn't call it an orange card until I heard other people doing it. So Ramsey, nice little play. He's gone on a long run. Nice ball forward. We've got trouble. Tozer comes back and collects it. Thank you. Goal kick. Tozer, that was making up for potentially the earlier lapse on the first goal. The collective lapse on the first goal by getting control there. I'll take a draw in that one. Crawley and Knotts. Just limit the points that are being shared around. McLean able to rescue it from the edge by just pumping it into the air. Harrogate's got it now. Whistle should be going at any moment in time here. Maybe give us one more crack as we're starting to move forward. Mendy, look for a cross into the box. Give us one last chance. Mendy with it, looking for it. It's going to go out, and I'm sure he's going to whistle it down on the throw-in here. Oh, they're going to let us have the throw? Jesus, Des, that'd be awesome. Oh, just a short one. So Tozer's got it. Cannon with it, looking to get it in. Cross, into the box. Headed away. It's down. Evans, long, reaching shot. Oh, woodwork! Evans with the bullet! Another one, Cannon, and it rolls, deflects wide. Holy! That would have been arguably goal of the season. From distance with the right footer. That's his second shot from distance, and he's got the quality. My word. Still letting him play. Cross in. Header, potentially Hayden up in the air. Headed away by... We're all over the place. Cannon from distance. Blocked down. Another one. No whistle. Mullen with it. Lee just sniffing around for a late half goal. Pumped into the area, and they say that's enough, and they clear it. 7.5 minutes into 6 minutes of extra time, all the way back to us, and George Evans. Holy crap. Hit the left post with that one, and from a distance. What was he, 25 yards out, 20 yards out? There it is. Blowing it down as we sit at the half. Oh, man. Update the old scoreboard as we let the chats go in. Set the scoreboard up. Darian, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you. Grimsby over MK Dons. I'm going to look at the League 2 table here. I don't know. Do I look at the League 2 table? I didn't during the half. Did I last time? Whatever I did last time, I should do again, because I didn't look at the bloody league table, and then we ended up... I don't think I looked. I think I didn't look until the end of the match. And everybody that we wanted to lose lost, and so I don't want to jinx it like I did with the clean sheet by looking at anything, so I guess I'll just have to keep my mouth shut and not look at the League 2 table. Looking at the momentum meter, other than that little gap in the middle there between the 23rd and 29th minute, largely us in control throughout. 58th percent in possession. Expected goals are 1.2 to 0.35, so the score likely on target with where we should be. 15 shots to 5. We've only had one big chance, they say, 5 corners, but I'm surprised only one big chance because we've been swarming with some massive kicks that have just been blocked away and searching for stuff. That Evans goal is going to be the nicest goal we don't score this year. Yeah, I'll let you guys look at the table. Superstition, I think, now demands like going to the bog when we need a goal, not talking about clean sheets, and me not looking at the table because it's got to be me, right? I'm influencing the outcomes here by taking part. I'm going to run just very quickly and grab myself something to drink, and I will be right back, and we'll get involved. Why don't I see if I can do this as well? Maybe before I leave. And I think the biggest unfortunate news is the highlight of the night isn't going to be the alligator dancing for Harrogate. They're actually going to have something to talk about. Yeah, it's noon and it's a work day. I'm just on my lunch break and then I got to go back to work. So I mean, nobody's going to give me grief if I have one, but I think it's just going to be a decision between a Coke and a Dr. Pepper. Oh man, what am I doing here? If Harrogate draws, it'll feel like a loss. Absolutely. I think given the play so far, Kim, I definitely think that's true, and there's accuracy. Oh, was he spitting red? So then, Tobias, maybe you got it right when you ended up saying it was his tooth or something, and he's doing the painkillers, and maybe it's not a head injury, and that's why they're comfortable keeping him in there, is because he's just cleared out and got himself a tooth injury. Not really what we want to see, though, is it? Oh, I wonder if I can do it this way. Sorry, I'm just going to play around here for a second, so don't mind me while I check out what my toys can potentially do here. Oh, and this is the away broadcast, and so good on them for jumping in and covering while Mark's not able to get away. Sorry, I'm just playing with the setup stuff. Don't have what producer magic I can come up with. All right, I got it. I will be right back with my drink. And just a reminder, the one thing that I wanted to chat about was the FA Cup Yeovil Sunday. I believe that the FA Cup draw is going to be Saturday after the last FA Cup game, and if that's true, we'll know who our potential third round opponent is if we're able to take care of business on Sunday against Yeovil. I don't know, do you guys want me to do the draw? Maybe I'll just handle it this way and I'll bring a poll up and you guys... I'll just put this out here as a poll, and you guys can click the button and let me know what your thoughts are. Whether you want me to run the cup draw and stream that live when it's on, and I can go ahead and do that and bring the balls up and all that sort of stuff. I'm sort of superstitious on that one too, because as you recall last year when it happened in the 4th round against Sheffield, we had a replay, so the draw obviously came. I watched it. We found out that I believe it was the Tottenham that we drew or could have drawn if we would have won. And then obviously we didn't pull out the win. So if superstition demands that I don't do it, let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll do that. Scoring recap, Jurgis. We scored the first 2. The first one was, oh God. I know the second one was a whole bunch of garbage. The first one was the cannon goal. So it was a McLean left footer that came forward and beat 2 defenders and headed right to the front of the penalty area on the line. The penalty area line right there for Cannon. It's a goal that Lee has scored 2 or 3 times this year. The one from Dalby coming from right to left. This one coming from left to right. And Cannon just went up. Right footer, not a lot of weight on it, but perfectly placed and beat the defender to the left side, just inside the post. Defender's left side. The other goal was a scramble. It was a byproduct of a Tozer throw in. Palmer and a Harrogate defender went up for a header. It hit the Harrogate defender in the head, but not where he wanted it. It went to fall to ground, but Mullen swiped at it with his right, kind of reaching to his right and up over his head, and it fell and landed for Lee, and Lee just popped it in. So it was a scrambly, ugly, garbage goal, we call them in hockey. But it went in, and it still counts on the scoreboard. As far as Harrogate's goal, it was defensive letdown. Mendy had a defender up on the right. Maybe was starting to lose him a little bit over to the left. Hayden looking to take a step up, and the ball came right to the center of the box. There was 2 Harrogate players there, and Tozer didn't step forward, and it was just dumped and beat Algonquin to the left. The left facing his right. What I'm concerned about with Ogonko is whether he comes out and what the nature of his injury is. He got cleared out there by March, middle part of the second half. Took a left shin or a left knee to the head. Whether it's a jaw injury, whether it's a tooth injury, whether it's a concussive head injury, I don't know. But I mean, the fact that he's still playing makes you think it's not a head injury and not the latter. And let's hope that that's the case. But that's where we're at. And I see the polls are all 100% yes, so I guess that answers the question for me. Yeah, the 3rd round brings in, so we'll have a 30% chance, something like, to draw a Premier League team. It's a little bit higher. It's 34, 35% to pick up a championship team or a team that's advanced from the 2nd round forward. I don't want to overlook Yeovil, and I'm really hoping they put on a show, because it's the first time that I'm aware of anyway, the first time that Wrexham will be on Canadian television on all of their terrestrial sports channels, all the domestic channels, the 4K channel. They're putting replays on at noon and at 2 Pacific time. So there's going to be a ton of Wrexham. I've sent the call out to a bunch of my friends who haven't jumped on board to say, just watch this game. So I'm hoping they put on a show and capture a larger swath of Canadians to bring them in. And we'll see what ends up happening. And you're welcome, Georges. I hope that helps. And so Saturday, I'll be starting 6 o'clock in the morning, 2 p.m. Welsh time. That makes it 9 a.m. Eastern with the women's match, and we'll do the first hour and 45 minutes, and then we'll jump straight over from the women's match, whatever point they're at. I would like to think that the game that they're playing, they're going to be dominating, and so we'll enjoy it for what it is. But we'll certainly look to move over. But yeah, I'm going to look up exactly when the draw is, and I'll send the link out and get that out there. Well, it could have been a trap game for them as they're starting to look ahead, Andrew. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see what we're like when we're the Giants, right? And in the Oval game, they're coming in like David to try and swing the arrow, swing the slingshot, swing the rock, and take us out. Oh, and sorry, I meant to say Sunday. I know it's Sunday. Saturday, though, is the draw. I thought that the FA Cup third round draw typically follows the last game on Saturday, so that'll be sometime in the afternoon, evening, and be able to sneak that in. If I'm wrong, whatever, I'll find the time and I'm going to stream it because everybody said go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm confident. I mean, I would like to think that the odds are highly in our favor, but you play the games for a reason, and the FA Cup has crazy outcomes and crazy results all the damn time. You're right, it is 18 shots. Where's my... There we go. I'm not looking at the table, so if anybody else wants to do that during the break. And I'll also say while we have the chance, 98, the standard halftime decrease in viewers before they end up coming back. And then we'll probably end up, it looks like if the odds are traditional, we'll probably end up with 160, 170 concurrent viewers, which for a Tuesday afternoon is surprisingly good. So we'll take that. I'd love to have some more like buttons and all that sort of stuff. Some more subscribers definitely needed. Thank you, Bryn, for heeding that one. Yeah, it'll be an emotional game. Look, if you're Yeovil and you know you're covered in the US on ESPN, and I'm assuming on their terrestrial channels, not just on the app, not just on ESPN Plus. Hey, it's a Canadian fan. Aaron, give me a reason to love you, and that's it right there. A Wrexham Canuck fan gets a lot of favor from me. We'll take it. So what was I talking about before I got distracted with a fellow Canucks? I got that excited. Oh, Yeovil. It's going to be and if it's through ITVX, I was not sure ITVX games how they would be handled, but if they're going to be covered Australia terrestrial, US terrestrial, I'm trying to think of the last game that had that much coverage, because it wouldn't have been a National League game last year, and I don't think the Sheffield game. I think the Sheffield game I had to watch on Sportsnet Plus. So to me, this is going to be the most eyes watching a Wrexham game live. No, the Winnipeg Jets got the Atlanta franchise. After they lost theirs to Phoenix. The Canucks got theirs back in 1970 from through standard expansion with Buffalo. And they are coming back. I'm gonna hit the refresh button on my. I'm gonna hit the refresh button on my thing because I usually end up getting farther behind over the half and over the game, and if I do it now, then I might be able to catch up in less latency. So just let me take care of that here. Whatever we do, we don't allow them to score. That's the only rule for the second half. I will take the floodgates opening if they do. If we want to get another cheeky 1 or 2, let's do it. But at the end of the freaking day, we do not allow a goal to be scored. And I'm going to bring in the state ticker just for those of you who are watching in the US. These are the states that we have not had. And did I take off? I think I took off Arkansas from last time. Yeah, and so this is the updated list of viewers. Sandy, I will send whatever telepathy, telegraph, Alexander Graham Bell across the Atlantic Ocean type message is necessary. But Howard is in goal, so that's somewhat concerning for Algonquin, but John will be happy to see his man in goal. Who gets the Arizona franchise? I'd like to say the Quebec Nordiques. I've heard Atlanta maybe getting it again. I know Houston is looking for a team. Portland is another option. They really support their junior franchise there. But for those of you watching now, Wrexham going from left to right on your computer screen. Harrogate from right to left. As we've got the ball into the final third. Mullen on the left side, but lots of Harrogate jerseys around, kicks it out, and it's going to be a throw. So I hope Ogonko's okay, and this is just preventative, and it's maybe because he's got a lot of pain. But I like that. Oh, well played on the run come Harrogate on the right-hand side. Numbers played into the middle, and Mendy all the way back with his wheels, and good for them. Oh, that was a handball. Yeah, that was a handball. You're allowed to get it on your shoulder, but he got it up on his arm and he shrugged it to get to it, and so I mean, it looked like a handball for me. Utah, excellent. We'll make sure we scratch that off the list, and I think that's down to 19 states. Yeah, I think Houston is probably the favorite to get a club, to be fair. Sucks. I just think Quebec deserves one. Having lost a franchise before, should try to go back. Here's the entry into the box. It's scored. Bugger. Bugger. They didn't get the message. Not Howard's fault. Really, really good ball entered into the box. That just looked like a delicious ball in from Thompson. Like I don't think you could have got that much in. Like forwarded in. Tozer and Hayden surrounded by two people, and they're able to just get to the header first. Stop jinxing us. I gotta be able to comment on the game, though. Bugger. I don't know what I end up saying. Things that we don't want to happen. Does that mean I shouldn't talk? If everything I say happens, then do I make a comment on the positive stuff and what should happen? Admittedly, I haven't been in Houston, except did I fly through Houston? I flew through Houston on the way to Costa Rica once. No, not late in the game. I want it early. I don't want a palpitation of the heart here. Tozer, long throw, into the box, up in the air, headed away. Hayden got up there too early to be able to get to his head, but it's knocked down. And Harrogate, both goals against the run of play for Harrogate. You know, that little handball there from Lee. Icky. It certainly could have been preventative, Sandy. And I'll take, you know, if there is an injury, I'll take jaw, I'll take teeth. I don't want it to be concussion, because that's just, you never know what you get with them, even the tiny ones. And it's not what we need. Well played. So we've got it now. Lee on the left. I missed who did that. Don't think it's Cannon over there. McLean across into the box. Not a red jersey inside of that one. It was yellow everywhere, but Cannon pumps it back in. And again, those three center backs, they just, sort of like Sutton United, they just clog up the middle of the pitch, and then they let their speed take care of things on the outside. Cannon with more control down the right side. Mendy gets it back to Hayden. Hayden's looking for a switch now for Evans. Tom O'Connor, is he going to finish the switch, or is he going to push it through himself? Puts it into the middle, it doesn't get through. True swirly, that wouldn't be good, but to be fair, better than a concussion. Harrogate with the substitution that I missed. Burrell coming in for McDonald. Where are the stats? I got no stats up on my FOTMob to be able to assess things. scrambly play in the midfield, but well settled down by Lee. He gets it forward. Go to the left. Can't see behind his Palmer. No eyes in the back of his head, but he gets it over to McLean now. McLean, Lee on the left side, running towards the penalty area. Across the penalty area, tries to sneak it past, but well spotted by Harrogate. They're quick. Those little cheeky passes are quick. Quickly intercepted. Didn't play advantage. Called a free kick. Probably helpful for us there. Please tell me that is how we say hello in East Timor. Laurent Diac. I got comment of the match, is Bob Hughes potentially living with it again? Is that 2 in a row? God damn it. That's a good one. For those of you who don't know, I've accidentally scratched, the only country that's off on my map is I scratched off East Timor, so I'm waiting for somebody to come in and take them off the list. Yeah, concussion would rule them out, I'm sure, for a while. I'm assuming that they take concussion as seriously as we do over here, but so going to be a corner in from the left side for Harrogate. Going to be a right-footed in-swinger. No, I haven't. So played away, easily cleared, but now they're back in for another entry into the box. It's fallen down. It's down at their feet. Oh, scramble play, but we're able to nick it on the poach. Yikes. I'm pretty sure I didn't take off Croatia. I took off Czech. Yeah, Czechia came off, but not Croatia. I know that they're different countries. I just wanted to make sure because I was confused of which that started with C and A. Oh, the clock. Bugger me. 51 minutes. I'll bump it up to 52. Hit. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, it missed. I hear the cheer. I see the side net moving. I thought it went in, but it went wide to the right, and I thought it was 3-2. Yikes. Holy crap. Big shout from the crowd on that one. Thought it went in. Oh, we've got a chance. Mullen here. In. Oh, deflected up. See, that's I hate their defense is quick. Oh, they didn't deflect it out. He just roofed it. Interesting. It went skyballed it. He had an opportunity on the right shoulder here from Cannon serving him. He had it wide open, and he just got underneath that one and flicked it well into the air. Darn it. I'm disappointed. Odo here with it, left side, gets it forward. Muldoon has it now, getting forward. Harrogate into the box. Well done, but they've got it again just outside now into the penalty area on the right-hand side. Left footer. Howard collects it and scoops it. Well done. Harrogate now putting on a show. No, I hope not. Feeling a little invigorated with having the Howard in, or is it just wanting to put on a... Feeling disappointed with how they played? This is nothing that we've seen from the first half. Another handball that hit Cannon, and they're going to get a free kick. Swirly's leaving? Don't leave! Stay! It's madness! It's heart palpitations! It's defibrillators and all the magic that we love! Sandy's probably got family connections that bring in the hatred to Porto, I'm assuming. Clock is running. 54 minutes and 8 seconds. At least on mine it is. Harrogate with the ball some more. Just continued pressure. Hayden knocks it down. Elliot Lee looking to find an option. Finds it through Cannon. Cannon leaves it back for Lee as we move forward. Across the midfield stripe. Switch left side. McLean over there. Well done by Lee to get it over there. McLean plays it back to Evans. Evans searching. Lee. Edge of the penalty area. Moves it forward. Mullen out there to get it to Cannon as we continue to move forward. Cannon taking a crack. Misses it right side. Opportunity was there because the defenders parted like the Red Sea, and he had a wide opening, but he just wasn't able to get the delivery. And to be fair, not the sort of shot that I want him to end up taking. Yeah, let's not do a hit one if you hate Chester. We'll just assume everybody hates Chester. Don't need to spam the chat. I will take a Tranmere 2-1 lead over Mansfield. That makes me feel a little bit better about things. Why am I not getting any stats from the FOTMOB game, or FOTMOB thing? Harrogate left side again. They've got numbers open on the left-hand side. Mendy there in defense and able to nick it away. Thank you very much. Mendy with the quick and the turn, but a rough little clearance, and it's going to end up being... That was good on Odo. 3,767. The attendance. No announcement of the away supporters. Wrexham chant resounding as they announce the attendance. Ooh. Odo almost with the nick, but Wendy's got it at the center line. Moving forward. Jed, it's all your fault. You're never allowed to leave again. Bob, you know what? Disney on Ice was everything I dreamed of. The kids had an absolute blast. And so I will take that. It was actually better than I thought. I guess you should expect good things from Disney, but it was magical, and for the little kids, it was absolutely perfect. Left side, Harrogate pushing forward towards the penalty area. Get it over to Odo. Odo now taking on Mendy. Mendy takes, well done. Strips the ball, punches it forward, clears it in. Tranmere coming again. Taken quickly. Folds down the left side. Mullen working him over, and it bounces out. We're able to get, no it doesn't. We gained possession. Oh, no, they're saying it's going to be a throw to us. So we'll take it. 108 sitting, joining in. Palmer headed on. Mullen flicks it over, gets it forward, all the way back to the keeper. Momentum meter all black since the 51st minute. So this is 6 minutes of continued pressure here. And then you add that to the first 5 minutes coming in when they score their 2 goals. It's just needing a little bit of something here. The shots still 20-8. And surprisingly, we're behind. Oh no, we're not behind on expected goals. Harrogate knocking it down, playing it back, gaining some possession as the possession stats are now 56%. We were as high as over 70. Absolutely no sign of Wrexham scoring. Limited control in the final third. And here come Harrogate. Oh, tackle by Evans. That's going to be a free kick. I don't think it's a yellow. Oh, no, he's not even going to give him a free kick. Evans with it. Good for us, moving it forward. I thought he caught him in the legs and swiped him down, and he landed on his leg. But nothing given, no free kick. Play on as we have possession at the midfield stripe. Don't apologize that I had to endure. The kids enjoyed it, so I enjoyed it. Evans, midfield stripe. Back into our third. Evans over now to the left side for O'Connor. Well, that's frustrating. W&G 2-1 Notts County as we move forward to the midfield stripe. Tried to get it forward. Palmer's able to grab it and steal it and move it forward. And then a whistle out of nowhere. Offside? I didn't see anything close to an offside. Announcers are saying that he had time to get into an onside position. I thought that he was, but apparently I must have missed it. Goalkeeper's out to take the free kick. Coming up to the 60th minute. Let's go here, guys. Long ball, edge of the area, lands down. Hayden steps up to clear it, but Harrogate steals possession again. Lee knocks it back, and we've got an opportunity to move it forward. Tozer over to Hayden. looking up, back to Howard. That was not a good kick, and Harrogate just walks up and says thank you very much at the midfield stripe. No red jerseys around. And I think it came off the side of his boot when he delivered it, and Odo just missed, and he would have had a gap to run through. I did. Wrexham's not scoring, nowhere close to the net. Mullen, Lee, just kicking it around close to the halfway line. Switch potentially on, looking to finalize that by getting it over to Hayden as he looks up to the right-hand side. Ollie Palmer draws it back to Mendy, moving towards the center of the area. Gets it across to Tom O'Connor in the back on the left side. Leaves it for McLean. Overlap. Doesn't get it on the overlap, and it goes backwards. Evans pushing forward towards the line. Penalty area getting close. Turns, spins, still looking forward. Sees McLean. Quick feet from Harrogate, but the ball rolls clear. It's cleared and headed away. No red jerseys in the middle of the box. Just swarming around on the outside with limited crosses. Cannon collects, though. This is better. Just can't score. Stephen Fletcher on crutches warming up. We can ask for it. All the way back. Continued possession. This is, I'm good with this. Let's set it up. Mendy down the left side. Moves it towards the center. Plays it forward too far. Ollie Palmer can't get there. It had too much weight. Raymond, whenever you go to the bog, you announce it, and then we see what happens. Mitchell, long ball, advanced forward. Hayden not able to get to it, so Harrogate with control inside our half, playing it back. Right swinger over to the right side, switch, but Cannon's able, or McLean, sorry, able to knock it down. But Harrogate grabs possession, and here they come again. Right side. Oh, Tozer. That's going to be outside the area, but Jesus. That was lazy. He just got beat on the inside, and so all he decided to do was stick out the right foot and drag him down. Yeah, he was running, was convinced he was going, got crossed up, so he stuck out the right. That wasn't a flop. That was a bad play by Tozer. I'm not counting that on the flop meter at all. He's fortunate that he wasn't in the penalty area, but it's going to be a free kick with a wall from a foot outside the penalty area on the right side. And he got a yellow card on it. They're set pieces. That's, yeah, Harrogate's, I don't like this. Two in the wall. Howard aligning them. I'm certain that they're going to end up taking a shot with an in-swinger, or not a shot, but with how successful they've been on their crosses, putting it in there. No, it's a shot through, headed up over, and we kind of got away with that because they're just not threatening. If that doesn't go in directly, there's no opportunity for it to do anything other than go up. So yeah, it's a tough one, we are Wrexham, because I don't know what Tozer does after he's got beat. Like, do you just give the guy a free pass into the scoring area, right into the box? I don't think he can do that either. So it was probably the right foul to take, but the problem is he just got really twisted up on defense, and that's where the issue is. So Hayden, three guys pressing, but he's able to sneak it past, but Harrogate nicks it, and here they come. Hayden recollects it again. Let's see who comes out of it in the midfield. It looks like it will be us. Lee. Over to McLean, left side. Back to Lee. Red jerseys slowly starting to move forward. We need some subs. There's too many slow jerseys, too many people standing around. Need to fire up the legs here a little bit. I didn't see O'Connor there, to be fair, Wrexham, so if you did, that's great. I was too focused on the travesty that I saw getting twisted up. Evans at the midfield stripe as they're kicking it about. Still Tozer in the back line. Finally moving it forward, but cleared easily. Cannon's able to try and get to it. No, he's First touch, he had to get there in a hurry. First touch was a little heavy. Harrogate has it now, and they're turning the other way. Cornelius is playing it back, gaining possession, pressure coming forward. Good on McLean for putting his head down and getting up there, but it rolls all the way back to the keeper. I'll take Dalby for Palmer, like immediately. Muldoon's forward into the penalty area. Hayden's able to get there. Geez, they're able to find their gaps, and their speed now, not what I anticipated, their speed is now starting to win out the day by hitting the gaps, and our defenders just not able to deal with it. It's into the penalty area. Oh, God. Cleared away, bounced off of on a pinball, and Harrogate collects again. Hey, you're going to have to go to iFollow. I can bring that up, I suppose. Uh-oh, and I'll do that as soon as we get cross into the area. Harrogate with it, now out to the front of the penalty area, just pressure. Cornelius now gets it forward to Ramsey, right side. He's got Cannon and McLean guarding him. Well done by McLean to punch it forward, but it's knocked down again by Dooley. And here they come from the left-hand side. Mendy stepping out on Odo. Swarming is happening in reverse. Odo beats Mendy, gets the cross in. Well done by Odo to dance Mendy there. And they gain it again. Just continued pressure, recycling the ball out of the center box with the center backs and moving it forward. Dooley left side. Folds, moving forward, getting close to the edge of the area. Cross, whoa, misses by about 1.5 feet top. Kim, I don't think he has touched the ball. But while we have the opportunity, let me... If you want to watch the game, the only way that you're able to do it that I advertise because of the rules that are out there is iFollow. I say go there, watch them as much as you can, pay the $10 or at least by the month so you can come back and catch the other games. Buying iFollow won't bring you the FA Cup with League 2, but you should be able to watch that one on Sunday, wherever you are from your normal sports providers that cover the FA Cup. Knocked out, going to be a throw-in from Harrogate. This is just getting frustrating now. Possession now 56%, 44%. Looking at the momentum meter, and it's just the second half. It's been all black since the 62nd minute. So other than a couple little dips, it's just been all Harrogate. Yeah, try iFollow, and I would suggest the month one, just because you're going to get some value for it, because otherwise you're just paying for 10 minutes of a match here. Yeah, knocked out. Bad touch. Come on. W&G with more bad news. It all started so good. Dalby coming in. Jones looking to come in. Jones has got to come in for Cannon, doesn't he? So Harrogate throw in, played down by us, advanced forward. Palmer touches the ball. There you go, Kim. He just touched it and retained possession. But then Lee gives it away. Lee tries to get it back. He can't. Harrogate turning the other way. Well done by Tom to nick it, but then he has a bad heavy first touch and it rolls out. Chuffing hell. So Dalby for Palmer. That's a little bit earlier than normal for Parky, but I think it's necessary in the game. Hey, if you're here and you're watching, 118 of you, I've got some new people. Hit the like button, keep the algorithm going, hit the subscribe button. Let's try and... I'm only 24 away from 1,000. 24 away would be amazing to get there. So Jones comes in, and I missed who Jones came in for if somebody else picked that up. Yeah, Andy Cannon. That seems like the natural move for me. You got to keep... To me, we've got Lee and Evans get penciled in at all times, and then it's just the other midfielder. And that's the only reason I'd suggest we could add a midfielder, is that just finalizes the midfield, right? Odo, left side, looking to dance Mendy. He's got Jones also out there. Odo tries to cross over, loses the ball, gets it back. Not liking. Inside the penalty area, Mendy clears, going to go for a corner. Don't like Harrogate set pieces, don't like Harrogate control, don't like any way that this game is going. Oh, it wasn't a corner, it went out for a throw, and they played it quickly, and so away they come. Odo away from goal now, out to Dooley down the left side. Lots of numbers on the left side. Dooley leaves it for Folds. Dalby's all the way back defending. Cross all the way across the face of goal. It's going to roll over, and is it going to go all the way out? Cleared, and it's going to be a throw for us. Ooh, I need to have a drink when it hits 1,000. Yeah, well, you know what? I will go and have a beer. If it hits 1,000 today, I'll go and grab one. I'll make sure I have a beer ready for the Oval game if that's when it hits 1,000. So it'd be depressing if it happens during the week, but I guess I can always start. That'd be a 6 o'clock in the morning start during the women's match with a beer. Please get me to 1,000 now. Then I can go and take care of it. Harrogate possession at the midfield. God damn it, this is frustrating. I just took the half off. Mendy trying to gain control. Plays it back to Hayden. Hayden, long ball, up over top. Finds a Harrogate head. Harrogate knocks it down. Mendy tries to nick it, but it goes out. It's going to be a free kick or a throw. No, handball. Free kick. Yes, Thomas, mad chaos, both sides. We looked absolutely outstanding. And now we've fallen completely apart. Evans with it, nicks it, advances it forward, right-hand side. Mullen on the right, cross in. Dalby can't get there. Well played, knocked down and cleared. Dalby was there, yep. Hayden plays the ball, looking for a free kick, but it's not given. Evans, center of the pitch, gets it to Lee, center of the pitch. Lots of yellow around him. Just swarming. Man, they are quick, and it's starting to get too much for maybe our tired legs. We just can't keep up. Down the right side, Ramsey on a full stretch. McLean's trying to catch him. He does get up, caught to him. He stops. Evans, or O'Connor out there, headed away. Can we get possession here without just letting them recycle it at the halfway line and push it forward? Please. Please. Get into it, Wrexham. Let's go. Odo left side, Mendy. Right in the corner, looking across, can't find it, so he gets it to Folds. Not happy. Back to Odo. Odo with Mendy. Over to his left. Mendy chips it down, and that's going to go for a corner. Well defended. The thing is they were fast in the first half, but with absolutely garbage control. And all of a sudden, they come out the second half, and they're like, you know what? Let's just be godlike on our possession, and we're going to end up sucking up ball after ball after ball and recycling it right at the midfield stripe, the red line. Hockey analogy, and it's just been tough. So, sort of a mid corner played over to Odo up in front. That's Howard claims it. Well done. That was one of those ones that you can see that curling over towards the top right-hand corner on the screen, and I just thought that better not go in there, but Howard comes in and swipes it away easy. Forwarded on, goes out, Tranmere corner from deep. '73rd minute. We got 17 minutes in injury time. Like, what the hell have we done in the second half? The fans getting into it, thinking the same thing that I am. Fire them up. Wrexham. I see the iPhones out recording all things. The vloggers in full effect on the Wrexham side during this one. Harrogate with possession. O'Connor plays it back to Mitchell, and Mitchell's going to do the long thump down the field. Let's gain some possession here. O'Connor, well done, puts it forward to McLean. McLean tries to lift it over top, but loses the ball. Harrogate, long ball down. Let's hope that we're able to settle it down. Hayden just chips it away. Lee is able to gain possession, though. Good little battle. Jones, center. Mendy, right side. He's got space on the right side. He looks for an overlap here. Takes it from Jones on the overlap. Can he get it forward to the corner up to Mullen? Oh, Dalby, sorry, that was. Ogonkwo took a shin or a knee to the head. It's either a jaw injury or a tooth injury or a concussion. He played the remainder of the first half. That didn't look the same. Came out, took some painkillers. Hey, Helen, welcome from France. Thanks for joining. And so, Monkey, it doesn't look... It looks like it's a bit of an issue for Ogonkwo. We're just hoping it's not concussion-related. Oh, no, headed away. Mendy comes back, saves the day on a Hayden header that landed right into a path. Goal kick. That was Mendy redemption for the collective frustration and disappointment that was the second goal, or the first goal that Harrogate scored in the last half. I'm hoping it's a speedy recovery, or maybe even no recovery at all. Maybe it was just preventative. Just too much possession being taken. We're losing too many midfield battles. Here's another one that we just lose. And here they come, collected and put over to the right side. Good on McLean for being able to nick it. Keep possession for a bit, please. Yes, well done. Jones down the left side, but too far. O'Connor plays it back. Well done by Harrogate. I hate saying stuff like that. Hayden punches it forward. We've got red jerseys down as they were down there with McLean chasing it. Lee not able to get control, sort of bounced awkwardly into his legs. And Harrogate with control. Scramble forward. Tozer to Jones in the back. We've got the ball. O'Connor all the way down, tries to get it to Mullen. He can't get up for the header, and Harrogate gains possession again. Duel wins, folks. Through the air, through the ground, I don't care. Win a duel. I'd love if they had those individual stats after a game. Harrogate, throw in. Want to get something to build in, because you feel with Wrexham, once they get that momentum meter going and they're on the right side, they just turn into that train, that steam engine that just powers through. Just got to find that fire to light the fuse, right? Dalby with it. Kicked out. Going to be our throw. Oh. Interesting. I thought that he kicked it, but he says it was already out by the time he deflected it, so... The bog didn't work. Well, good luck, and thank you for everybody for trying. Not a good throw. We've got it. Hayden puts it forward. Hits the chest of a Harrogate defender, but lands for Lee. Lee gets it to Mullen. Mullen looking for Dolby on the right-hand side. Well played, but it's knocked away, and then the ball stands there. He gets up and clears it. The Harrogate defender looking like a ninja. Spinning off the ground. Parkour. Clear. Hayden. Far right. Mullen's going to be there if he can get to it before it gets out. And it's cleared out. That should be a corner for us. Throw in. Corner. Throw in. Corner. Tozer. No, it's got to be a corner, right? So going to be a corner from the right side. In swinger anticipated. Let's go. Man City, oh, they came back to tie it up, did they? Okay, left footer McLean looking for it. Far post, maybe too far. Tozer able to rescue it? No. Wasted corner. That was way too deep. .12 minutes, 11.5 minutes plus extra time. Looking for the spark. Shannon, sacrificing one for the team, and we appreciate it. We've got it, headed forward. Center back just knocks it back, screams and yells at somebody. I don't know what that was all about. He actually made a good play, and then he got mad that he made a good play. So we're going to get a throw in here from inside our half. Hayden picking it up, moving quickly, looking like we're enterprising. Both teams, to be fair. Nobody seems satisfied with a draw here. O'Connor. Moving towards the midfield stripe, draws it back to Tozer. Tozer moving it up to Lee. Nope, not Lee. Jones. Hayden gets it back. Dalby to Mullen. Mullen chests it down, doesn't leave it for Mendy. Gives it to him now, makes his way into the center of the area. Mendy, 3 guys there to try to beat with a cross, and he does. Gets it in. It's cleared. Free kick, Harrogate. Could have gone to Jones there, yeah. Mitchell with it. Nobody wasting time, though. Looks like he's going to play it relatively quickly after he gets everybody forward. It's up in the air. O'Connor wins the aerial duel, but it goes to the midfield, and they're able to get it, clear it in. It'll be our throw-in. Oh, 139 in the chat. 10 minutes to go in the game plus injury time. Tozer, long throw towards the midfield stripe. I would have liked to have had possession at our feet, but it is what it is, and Harrogate looking to get control of it. Evans clearing, knocking it down. Well done in front of two defenders. Gets it to Mendy on the right-hand side. Mendy. Evans looking forward. Switch a little bit short. McLean has to come back and claim it, and does. We maintain possession, and McLean through the middle. Can he retain possession? Harrogate just collapsing into the middle, giving away the wings. Mullen, right side, extended from the penalty area. Back out to Hayden. Hayden looking for Mendy, not able to get there. Switch to the left side. All the way to half line. Tozer looking to continue the switch. Yes, to O'Connor. O'Connor puts it back on the right-hand side. Headed away. We're going to get a throw. Too far for Tozer to deal with it. Yes, so Mendy's going to look to get it in. Mendy's going to take it short to Jones. I think that's the right decision. To be fair, let's go. 2-all, damn. Yes, M. It's been fascinating, and if we end up scoring, and oh, here we go. We've got it. Dalby in the penalty area, out to the front, and just nicked. That's their game. That's their game. I'd like to be able to find some more aerial balls from the corner. If they're giving us the outside area and stacking the box, that's how we scored that ugly goal, is just get it into the corners where they're giving us the space and look to cross it in and find a bloody head. Here we go. Nice little interplay. Moan or Dolby. Oh, right foot. Did that get a deflection and go up over top for a corner, or did that get lifted up? It's going to go for a corner. Is this the spark? Is this the spark that lights the fuse? We're just waiting on the boom. So Jones gets it over, played forward to Dalby, gets the right footer, deflects it up over top. And they can put it on the right side, so it's going to be an in-swinger, hopefully not too far. Oh, far post, it's there. Oh, Hayden just couldn't get up too high, just missed him. George Evans, edge of the box. Jones shoots, deflected! Just to the left. Just to the left. You're starting to feel it, though, aren't we? Des is saying she's feeling it. I'm going to say we're not going to score because it's apparently going backwards for everything I say. I've been jinxing it. Welcome to those that are here. Welcome to those that have joined. For those who haven't hit the chat, hit the subscribe button so that you can do that and come and join us. Wrexham was 0 shots this half. That would have been the first one right there. It's been an ugly half. It's been an ugly half, and we're going to get Civi in for March. Elliot Lee coming off? No? So we're going to go back to a back three. Is that what we're doing here? Let me just... Mark Howard comes and grabs it. Long ball down. Harrogate able to collect it their side of the half. George Evans gets up and clears it into the middle, and as normal, just so many numbers seem to be stacked. And I don't know if it's the yellow jerseys and they just seem to be everywhere, but I guess the first half they weren't. Now they are. Jones taking it, brings it back to Hayden. Well, Davis came in. Davis, sorry. Lee out, looking for some legs. I'd be okay with going for it. I mean, got to go for a goal kick. The only thing that makes me nervous about 3 at the back compared to the other teams is Harrogate has clearly shown to us that they've got more pace than I think anybody else we've played against. And their quality hasn't necessarily been there or wasn't in the first half. Mitchell cut it. That was interesting. Mitchell was waiting for it to roll out of bounds so he could get a goal kick, and instead he had pressure on him and he had to make a play. The keeper cleared it. We've got it over. Mendy, can you get over there? Oh, he runs over top of the ball as Odo gets in front of him. Mendy now looking for Jones. Turns on him instead. Gets it to his favorite left foot, but looking for that goal like he scored last weekend, but not able to get it, and so it comes back to the center line. We are building forward. McLean. O'Connor. Come on now. Jones right side, looking to Mendy. Interesting that Harrogate's been stretching out their defenders a little bit more this time instead of packing it in the middle a little bit. We've got an opportunity here if they can find a gap. Tozer. Jones. Hayden. I'm calling the wrong names. I don't want to be calling the center backs. I want to be calling the guys up forward. Stockport and Salford. Salford helping us out with that draw, but I'd like to be able to get the win and gain some time here. Like, this is starving for a win here. This is one that we should be doing all right from. Oh, weak. Flop meter gets an extra tally on that one. I'm with you. And I'm trying to think of who we have for man of the match on this one. Is it Cannon? I mean, is it Evans, who's had those 2 real good cracks? Is it Lee, who's scored again, on that poach ball? Mullen with the assist in the goal, or assume he's getting an assist on the one that Lee poached. Do we wait till whoever ends up getting it? Oh, Tranmere got a red card. That's not good news. Not late in the game for them. Focused here. 2 minutes before the 90th minute. Harrogate with control. Mullen up chasing, back to Mitchell. Long ball deep. They are stretching forward, so there's an opportunity on a counterattack if we can be quick enough. McLean comes back, nicks it, turn it, get upfield. McLean, long ball, moving forward. Nobody running up with them, and you're getting lazy because now it lands in the middle of the field, and nobody was there putting the pressure on until too late. Just not that initial attack. Mendy, well done to stop the attack by Harrogate as they move forward here. Odo, drawing it back. They're just on the left-hand side, playing a little bit of touch. It looked like it could have been offside, but not given. Muldoon on the left side, over to Folds on an overlap, into the pen middle of the area. Hayden gets it forward to Dolby. Dolby flips it over. Run forward, boys. Move your legs. Jones, long switch. Well done. Over to the left side on McLean. That was a great little pass from Jones. And McLean gives it away from Harrogate now with it, coming on the counter-attack. Just get all the numbers up there, and just an unfortunate touch that gives it away. Final minute. How much extra time are we going to have? We'll find out in a minute. Hayden puts it forward too far. I can hear the crowd yelling, "Come on!" And I believe that's us. It's just frustrating. Harrogate with control. When you give away the possession, you can't build on it. And it's just too much possession given away. And some of it, to be fair, Harrogate's taken with us with the quick stuff. Civvy kick, they're going to be a Harrogate throw-in. Thrown forward. Need to nick some possession. Coming up to the 90th minute, we'll find out how much extra time. O'Connor was very good too, you're right. He goes to ground on a flop, but you immediately look to the referee because it was in the area. That one they're going to call. Simulation? No, it gave one outside. So they're going to have a free kick from 2 feet outside the penalty area right up against the goal line. So dangerous territory. 3 minutes of extra time. Yeah, that was a flop. He ran into McLean. Saw him coming in. I don't know why McLean got so close to give him the option there. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. It's just going to be one man 10 feet out. And that's going to be Jones. McLean's going to be responsible for the high man in case they go short up front. They've got 2 yellow jerseys there. I'd like to see one more get drawn out potentially for number 22 and number 8 sitting at the edge of the area. Canvassing, looking around. In swinger, way too far. Let's go. We get possession now on the goal kick. Howard's gone out to go and grab that. Let's move forward. I'm with Stephen Davis here. Come on, Wrexham. Let's go. Less than 2 minutes left. It's 3 minutes of extra time. So they only gave us 3 minutes, which is probably, to be fair, I don't remember people going down. So we don't have a lot of time to go for it. Let's just get it right here. Long kick, give it away. Of course it is. Mitchell now collects it. Fuck. Long ball, lifted in. O'Connor able to get a head away, but it doesn't. Lands the Harrogate defender. Mendy with it. Long ball. Panic hoofball right now. That's the thing I don't like. Lots of red moving forward. Evans down the left-hand side. Harrogate collects. We're a little bit too predictable here right now. I'd like to see somebody run it. Give away by Harrogate. Lands to O'Connor. O'Connor by the ground. Gets it forward. Dalby trying to play it. Able to control it. Well done. Well played, but that last little touch gives it away. Calling for a handball, but it's none given. We're able to get it. Tozer. Center here. Let's go. Hayden, come on. Mendy with it. Center of the park. Gets it over to the right side. That's got to be Mullen over there. Left-footed into the area. Headed away. Lands down. Cleared up into the air. Harrogate looking for it. That's got to be a flop. He ran into Hayden. Hayden was... He's given a card? What? That could end up being the game. Next time I look at the score at the halfway mark. Staying down. Hopefully there should be an extra minute here as a consequence of that to Muldoon. Started so positive, didn't it? We dominated and crushed that first half. It ain't over, but let's get into it. Yes, Kim, we do. Whistle blows. That's that. It's a 2-2. You take away draws, and as long as you clean up at home, and that's okay, I suppose. But a really disappointing second half. Really disappointing second half. And just too much giveaways. I mean, that's a problem. But what do? I don't know. Got to talk about the poll. So let's put in man of the match. I've heard O'Connor is an option. I've heard Cannon is an option. Anybody else want to put an option out there for a vote? I'm looking at the FOTMob stats as far as they're concerned. And really, nobody really there. Lee was 7 points. You know what? I'll put Evans. He had those 2 long cracks from a distance and was solid defensively. And so it is a blown opportunity. That was an opportunity for us to climb up on Stockport, and instead we gave it away. Anybody else think that? Yeah, I see Evans. So let's just turn that into a poll with O'Connor, Cannon, and Evans to vote on. And you guys can take care of that, and we'll award our man of the match. Interesting that my screen is so far behind on the poll that it's got me all the way backed up. Anyway, just a reminder, Saturday, or not Saturday, yes, I think that's the draw. Stay tuned with the channel. If you're not, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button if you wish as well. I'm going to look at the League 2 scoreboard here, but just before everybody leaves, we'll be on Saturday to pull the FA Cup draw and follow along with that, see who we potentially could get depending on the Oval match. We'll be up at 2 p.m. There's the women's game kicks off before the 3:45 p.m. start, I believe it is, for Wrexham. On Sunday, an odd sort of start time, if I recall correctly. Let me bring that up to make sure that I'm not giving false information. Matches first team. As the bouncing ball happens there. And scrolling down to December. So yeah, 3:45 kickoff in the UK. So that's 7:45 our time, 10:45 in the East. So I'll be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier, to start the women's match. We'll watch that, enjoy that until it gets to close to 7:45, and then we'll all just jump ship on the same stream. I'll bring up the different graphics, reset the scoreboard. We'll keep updated through Twitter on the women's match, and then we'll watch the Oval game live on worldwide, wherever you are watching, wherever you are listening. Go to the search for FA Cup streaming services internationally. Find out who your provider and carrier is, and I fully anticipate that they're going to have the match. Everybody should be able to watch this one. I appreciate you, Peter, for joining, for everybody joining. I've got the poll running there. I'm going to have a look at the League 2 table. It sounds like, from just what I've heard from the scores, that we just missed an opportunity, and hopefully that one doesn't come to bite us in the squeaky bum. One more thing. Hit that subscribe button before you leave. I'm 17 away from 1,000. That's crazy. 1,000 is a big milestone, and it's taken a little longer than I would have liked to have gotten there, but I would love to get there before Sunday, if possible, and then we can celebrate on Sunday with a 6 o'clock in the morning beverage. So yes, now we do get our 4 should wins, right? But I was hoping to go in and look at getting 15 at the end instead of 12. But anyways, looks like Stockport got the draw, Wrexham with the draw, Barrow takes the win. And so they're climbing up, narrowing the gap, and Mansfield able to come back and eke out a draw. So, that's a bit unfortunate, but I didn't see where that second goal came in. Thanks, Dance Nation, for joining in. 984. Man, if I hit 1,000 here, that'd be crazy. I'd have to run for a beer right now. It's been a fun one. It's been a good one. It's been a disappointing one all at the same time. I enjoy having chats with you guys and doing all of this stuff, but yeah, I want to look at that Tranmere game a little bit better. They got that red card, and is that when the Mansfield, did they get let off because of the red card, or was Tranmere able to hold on? Oh, wait. Oh, no, that was a red card. Sorry. 62nd minute, 90th plus 3. So, no, they were able to hold that down and do that on their own without the assistance of the red card. So, Crew, though, helped us out there. Sutton helped us out, sneaking in a draw on that one. And that's especially helpful given that Crew and Mansfield both have that game in hand. It was an opportunity to set ourselves up. Forget about talking about Mansfield and Crew's game in hand. Forget about narrow the gap between Stockport. We would have gained 2 points and been 3 points out with and putting them under pressure. Not able to take the 3 points from Crawley. That's not helpful. But the one thing that I will notice is, as I said at the start, it doesn't matter what the outcome is today. There's a gap now between the 6th and 7th spot. It's now a 6-point gap. Swindon, Wimbledon, Accrington, Gillingham, MK Dons, Morecambe, Crawley, all the way down to Bradford City at 26 points. Hell, count Newport and Harrogate at 24 points. All of those teams are those within 6 points from 7th, from 7th down to 16th. 7th down to 16th. There's a 6-point gap. So it looks like the top 6 are going to fight for the final 3 and get their promotion, is how it's lining up right now. And we'll see what ends up happening. 983, I went down 1 from going up 1, so it looks like it'll be next time. Let's take a look at the poll and see where we're at with the vote. It looks like it's Cannon with 43. Yeah, we'll take that, W&G, and thank you for your services, and Hannah for adding in the extra stuff and things outside. Georges, you're always welcome for the commentary. I enjoy doing this, and more importantly, I enjoy getting to know the personalities as we start going through the chat and what Miss Jennifer today. Sandy, I don't know if you're still there looking in the background, but I was happy to see you here. And this is where we're at. It's a draw for today. We'll be back Sunday. I'll look for that and find it, and then we'll be Saturday for the draw, and then Sunday morning, bright and early, women, followed by men, followed by whatever else happens. Trying to figure out. Got some Twitter or X discussion about bringing somebody in for the podcast, the hot stove, and so we'll be doing that. But look for the live on Saturday. Hit the notifications if you haven't. And yeah, it's Barrow trying to dethrone us. Am I just confused? Like, I just don't see Barrow having the team, right? I just don't. But they're proving me wrong, and they won't be the first. Yeah, EFL Trophy Tuesday. It's going to get busy here, right? Have they decided that it's going to be actually Tuesday? I know it had to be week starting that week, and I thought maybe they'd cancel the FJR game and postpone it and just have another one. Because if you're going to play FA Cup on Sunday, trophy match on Wednesday, although you're going to be putting on all of your subs, or a lot of backup players, and test their depth against Burton Albion, I just thought, why not just cancel the FJR game? They've said that right now I've got it scheduled as being a Tuesday. So, I mean, that's insanity. That is insanity. So, anyway, we'll get, yes, it's Tuesday, so we'll be, I'm certain, putting in Waters and Bickerstaff up front, and Young will get his run at the center field. I don't know who you can bring in, Boyle, and who's healthy in the center backs right now. O'Connell, I don't know if he's still injured. It'll be an interesting one. Aaron James drawing in on the right-hand side and bringing the young guys again, and have a couple people to potentially pull it from the depths on the EFL Trophy. Again, I don't care about the trophy. We play our good guys on Sunday. We play our good guys on Saturday. And Tuesday, if we end up getting drilled 11-2, I don't give a flying hoot. One more goal from Barrow and they pass us. Are they playing right now? Or is the game over? One more goal without a goal against. It's fascinating that we're up to 11 goal differential, given how the start of the season panned out. 42 goals for. We're eking our way to positivity there. Well, that's why I'm saying I don't. Burton Albion is the game that I don't care if we lose. Losing to FGR would be a nightmare. Losing to Yeovil would be frustrating as all hell. I want the focus to be on League 2 matches, of course, but when we've got a week between the games and a trophy one in the middle, we play every person from our youth team that you think can handle the pressure and fill the gap for all of the experienced guys that aren't getting a run out at the moment. I mean, you look at our, I'm just going to bring up what our last starting lineup was. I think I've got that available relatively quickly. McNicholas in goal, Aaron James, Cleworth, and Boyle in the back line. Hosanna on one side, Davis on the other side. So Davis is a legit. He's been playing more frequently. Hosanna, McAlinden, Young, Waters, and Bickerstaff. I'm okay with that lineup on Tuesday. And if they get blitzed, okay. If they end up performing, that's even better. The backups, they had Hall, Mullen, Cushion, McLean, Ashfield, Evans, and Jones. Cushion and Ashfield being two academy players. I'd be helpful and welcome to see them even in the first in the starting 11, or at least coming on. And if you need to in a close game, bring in somebody to maybe push you across the line. Mullen, McLean, Evans, Jones. Those are the bodies to do there. So that's Tuesday. So Saturday FA Cup. Sunday women's / FA Cup match, Saturday FA Cup draw, and we'll just keep pumping them out. I'm going to try and get that academy video going, and this is all subject to the problems with the unattended death upstairs, and they're looking to bust open the ceiling tomorrow to find out what the damage is, and then we may end up having to get relocated somewhere. Hell, I could be in the office on a bright and early Sunday morning, streaming from there. Andrew, I would be super jealous. I'm still looking forward and hoping to get there in April. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to have to get to work. It's 2 p.m. and I'm going to be working overtime and late tonight, and it just is what it is. 46 of you still here, so I will sign off. Don't forget subscription button before you leave. I thank all of you for joining, for coming. I appreciate every single one of you, and it's been a blast again, despite the outcome, and it's frustrating, and we'll leave it at that. See you Saturday for the draw. Have a good one, everybody. Take